Making money online with apps.
You can make money right from your phone.
Money making apps.
Money apps. Money making apps.
There are literally thousands of ways to make money online, and in this video I'm going to be testing tons of money making apps on the App Store to see if you could actually make money while sitting on the couch. Let's get into it. The first thing I did is I quickly went online to see which apps people were talking about the most and which apps might have the best possible chance of making me the most money, and then I went onto the App Store and I just started downloading all the ones that I could find. Okay, so the first app I tried was called Tester Up. Tester Up is an app where you can do tasks for people and they will pay you based on the task that you did, and that can be anything from playing a video game to filling out an online survey to just anything people put on there. So there weren't that many surveys on there, so the first thing I did is I tried the first game that was in there, and it said I was going to get paid $117.30 for playing that game. So I tried this game right here, and I basically learned that I've got to play through the entire game from the tutorial all the way to the final arena boss fight to get paid that amount. And I just already know it's like a merge game. It's skill based. It's gonna take me thousands of hours to master to get paid $100. So after I learned that, I didn't even make it to the first arena, and I need to get to like arena level 30. I just gave up and I deleted the app. But what I do think this money making app is good for is if you are a mobile gamer. I'm not, obviously. But if you are, and you already know you're going to be playing mobile games, you might as well download it and see if there's any games on there that you like. Like some of these are like actually big legit games that someone might already be playing, but for free. You could be getting paid for it, is what I'm saying. On to the next app. So the next money making app that I tried was called Zap Surveys right here. And I actually made $5 with this app, $5 whole, except I'm not allowed to have it because I have to have $10 to cash out. So I've tried Zap Surveys a little bit, and I actually think Zap Surveys is like a legit app. I spent about an hour and a half on there and I made $5, which is not good at all. You can get paid way more money than that just working a job. But you could do it in your free time or just when you're waiting in line or a long car ride or something. You could be doing surveys to make not as much money as you make from your job probably, but pennies at least. Yeah, anyways, Zap Surveys, assuming you can cash out the money and it all works, it's a good money making app to make a bit of side cash. On to the next app. Okay, so the next app which I tried was called Banana Bucks right here, and I made $2 on Banana Bucks in about 20 to 30 minutes. But I imagine that those numbers will slow down because the first few surveys are always going to pay the most, and then after that you're not going to get paid as much. Something I found with most of the apps I did is most of the ways of making money on these apps was just filling out random surveys, giving them your information, and then they paid you anywhere from a cent to $1. I didn't usually find that they pay you more than $1. And a lot of these apps are banking on the fact that you're going to do the first few surveys, realize how hard it is to make money after all the high paying surveys are gone, and then not cash out because requirements are too high. What I found with Banana Bucks is it's actually realistic to make enough money to cash out on this app because it only requires you to make $5. And it's kind of like Zap Surveys, except you just can cash out earlier. The next app I tried was another survey app. It was called Google Rewards. It's literally by Google right here. But the problem with Google Rewards was there was literally 0 surveys for me to do when I logged on there. So it didn't work. And on the next day, which is the day of me recording this right now, there was still no surveys. So I assume it works, but there's no surveys on there at all. So probably not as great of an app. There were also a lot of other apps which I tried, which were literally just exact copies of one another, but with different app logos and titles. And all of them seemed to be kind of scammy and didn't work. So I basically gave up with those ones. I'll throw all the apps that didn't really work at all on screen right now. You could try them. In theory, you probably could make money with them, but they just definitely did not seem like the best options to me out of all the money making apps on the App Store I could find. Okay, so the next app which I tried was called Quimmy right here. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but the surveys on here actually seem pretty legit. Like $1, 42 cents, $1.10, 23 cents, 98 cents. I made $1.17 like 10 minutes, which was pretty fast, but like I said, Usually the surveys slow down after the first couple of surveys. Something I really like about this app is if you don't make the full cash out amount, which is $5, you can actually just donate whatever amount that you have to charity, which is probably what I'm going to do after this video, unless I keep the app and I try and make more money with it, which I don't think I will do. But if you don't end up making the full amount and you don't like the app, then you can just donate the money you made to charity, which is pretty cool. Instead of what most apps are doing is they're just banking on the fact that you're going to quit and give up, and then taking all the money that you didn't cash in because you couldn't cash in because there wasn't enough money, and then they just keep it for themselves. This app actually lets you donate it to charity, which is pretty cool, and like it seems like a pretty legit, safe app to use. The final money making app which I tried, it came highly recommended, and it was called Swag Bucks right here on my phone. Now what Swag Bucks does is it doesn't actually give you real money, it gives you swag bucks, and then you can cash those in. I think 375 the swag bucks was worth $5, and it seems like a lot of the surveys on there are going to give you about 50 swag bucks, so I think you can pretty quickly scale that up to about 375 swag bucks. But there are other things on here you can do as well. You can also take your leftover receipts and you can scan them and upload that information. They'll pay you a few cents for that. I think this is because just shops want to know what people are buying and what people aren't buying. So if they get enough of these receipts, and they can figure out which items are the highest paying items in their stores. You can also use them to traveling points or something, and you can use them. You can do mobile gaming, get paid for playing games and stuff on here as well. And you can also gamble your swag bucks. I think Swag Bucks is actually the app that comes with the most options. But out of all the apps which I tried, if I had to pick my top 3, I'd pick Zap Surveys, even though you need $10 to cash out. That's my one negative thing about it. Zap Surveys just has an absolute ton of surveys compared to some of the other apps. I would pick Qmee, Qmee, because it lets you donate your money to charity, and it also came with a lot of surveys. And as my third option, I'd also pick Banana Bucks. Yeah, so as for whether or not money making apps on the App Store actually work, I would say for the most part, they do not. They do not pay a lot of money. They do in theory pay a bit of money. For most of the money that I want to cash out, I kind of need to have a PayPal account, which I do not have. I might be able to cash out in form of gift cards. If this video gets more than 5 likes, then I'll try and use the apps which I thought were the best for a whole day of working to see how much money I can make in about 8 to 10 hours of a whole day. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you want to make money, just get a job or start business. Don't try and use money making apps, because I don't think anyone who clicked on this actually thought that was going to work. I didn't think it was going to work. And I'll see you in the next video.